Okay, y'all, so I am back again with another Mental Health Monday video, and those who don't know, understand that every Monday I will be posting a video at 2 p.m. talking about one of the 7 dimensions of wellness. So far, we discussed mental health, we discussed emotional health, and today we are discussing spiritual. So I hope you guys love it. It's going to be very good, very relatable. But enough talking, let's get right into the video. Okay, so for those who are questioning about the spiritual wellness, if you are, it's not about religion. It's mostly about the interaction and the feeling you have in your inner self. It's all about self-emotion. So it kind of balances off of last week's Mental Health Monday when we talked about the emotional state. But this actually goes more in depth. This is just my opinion. So everything I'm going to say, just a quick PSA, is that I am not certified to get anyone any labels of what they're feeling and etc. These are just traumatic experiences of what I've been through and how I can make it relatable to anyone else. So, okay, y'all, so let's jump right back into it. I'm looking on my iPad right now because I have 3 questions that I'm gonna answer and then give my perspective based off of it. So the first one is, what does a triggered spirit feel like? So what it feels like is if, let's say that you're walking in a room with people that you had any type of verbal or physical or emotional, mental, spiritual confrontation with, and you feel your spirit is getting shooketh by their presence. That's how you know that you really are triggered by their presence. Like, just by you automatically getting tensed up, or you irritable or upset or angry, that's like the first thing to know that you are experiencing spiritual wellness, which is knowing your triggers spiritually within your inner self. So that's like just a quick little definition. Like I said, I'm not looking anything up. This just comes from traumatic experiences and life experiences, but that's exactly what a spiritual trigger feels like. Is just when you get shooketh by someone that you have history with. Okay, y'all, so when talking about what to do if your spirit is triggered, the best way to handle that is honestly to remove yourself. And I know sometimes we feel like, why should I remove myself? Why should I show the other opponent that I am obviously bothered and triggered by them? This is for your own well-being. So for those who feel like, oh no, I'm just going to keep doing it, well, then you're just going to keep being pressed. I'm sorry to tell you. Like, that's the only way to keep yourself composed, especially when you've been working on yourself to be better. That's like really challenging to really just trying to not do it now until you got it on lock. Like, when I mean lock, y'all, I mean like if you're walking in a room and you see somebody you had any type of confrontation with, interaction, etc., and you feel nothing. Like, I can be in the same room as the person I got history with, and you feel nothing, and you walk past, you don't even got to get them eye contact, they can come around you and you just feel nothing. That's when you know you've succeeded locking in your spiritual wellness. And honestly, it took me so long to really not be a bothered female. Not saying I am bothered, but I feel like us females, like, we would try to be like, girl, I ain't bothered by that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really bothered. Blah, blah, blah. We low-key is, because if we gotta state it, then we still are, just until we're not. So actually, I got to this point, I want to say, in my other video, I said after high school, I need to get my mental back on track, make sure I'm not doing the things I used to do in high school. So I want to say after high school, the year of 2020, when I graduated, and I'm saying as soon as I graduated, but I want to say ending the year of 2020 is when I actually got a grasp of my mental state, because I actually lost my great grandpa who was and still is very attached to me. God rest his soul, but he's like my father figure, and I lost him. So I lost myself, and I battled with anxiety really, really bad. So I was in like a really deep depression spiritually. Like, I was just really off mentally, emotionally, all the above. So I had to really sit and think to myself on how to control myself, because it was a lot more in debt situation going on with my great grandfather's passing that really like triggered me. So when I seen people who did some shady stuff upon his passing, I will automatically get on defense, like just triggered, period. And like the other opponent knows what they did, but they can see that what they did really affected me. So I had to make sure I checked that. So when I overcame that obstacle, I was really good at it. I had it locked in. So any obstacles I had after 2020 and up to this present day, I really know how to be in a room with people who are not going to spiritually trigger me, because I was able to lock in with myself. And the best way that you can lock in with yourself is honestly sitting with yourself, figuring out what can I do to not trigger myself or be affected by another opponent, despite the fact of our history and what has gone on. So it's really difficult, but that's something that only you can do. It's only so much advice and etc. out here, because it's so much advice out here, like I said, but a lot of advice don't hit home for you. Like, it sounds good, it feels good, but can you really apply it to your life? Hopefully what I'm saying is applied to other people's lives, because luckily I had Mr. Burst, who is a second father figure to me, who has always been and always will be. He actually helped me through a lot of stuff in high school, and we just had a close bond since then. He pointed out so many things that he applied to his life that he experienced, but as I was processing that in high school, it just wasn't being applied to my life until I applied it to my life. And then I was able to see a great outcome, a good person, and etc. and etc. And really able to lock in my inner self, because I don't want to go back to my old ways. Nobody should ever want to, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I make Mental Health Mondays, is to really just be very relatable to you guys and just, you know, just keep track. But to go back to what I was saying, that's really how, you know, really how and what to do if your spirit is triggered. It's just really like lock in with yourself and know how to stop those triggers. The easy way is just to not go like, okay, I'm just not going to be around. Look at my cat. The easy way is just like, oh, no, I'm just not going to go around that person, whatever. That's easy. But how do you control yourself when it's time to go around people you don't like and still be professional, still be yourself, still be loving? Don't be a light switch. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to be a light switch, to like flick your emotions on and off. But sometimes it gets uncontrollable and then the lights start to flicker on its own. So we don't want that. So the next one is how to overcome and control your spirit. So it really just piggybacks off what I just said. To overcome it is to experience and take self-accountability. Not everyone's going to be accountable of their actions, is what you have to know. And when you know that, you have to remove yourself. Like, don't feel like you're obligated to stay around, because it's just what we do. Like, it's just how we are. Everyone's spirit is nasty, and especially when you're trying to make your spirit good and healthy and peaceful, and you surrounded by nasty spirit, you have to understand not everyone is like you mentally, and not everyone is like you spiritually, so let alone emotionally. So it's just really your job is to really lock in. So that's really all I could say, y'all, is like really just lock in. I know y'all always hear like, oh my God, everybody keeps saying lock in, but you got to know what that means. Because once you know what that means, you're going to be like, oh, I get what lock in mean. Like, lock in with yourself. You're the only person who has the key. And when you got that key that you made for yourself, don't pass it out to everybody. Do not. Because you're giving access to all these unwanted spirits and negative energies when you just fixed yours. So that's really it. And the best way to control it is to check yourself. You could check someone else about their attitude and their spirit and mental. Don't drive yourself crazy trying to check someone else. Check yourself. Know what to do. Step away. And always remember that it's a privilege to know who you are. Like, it's a privilege to be around you. That's how you gotta really tell yourself, like, oh yeah, it's a privilege to talk to me. And it's not being big-headed. It's not being like, oh, I think I'm that chick, or I think I'm that man, or whatever. It's not that. Because once you hold yourself accountable at a high standard, everyone else will. And if they don't, you're surrounded by the wrong people. Like, everyone should view themselves like, it's a privilege to know me. It's a privilege to know you. It's a privilege to know each other. So let's respect each other and value each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what that leans towards. So like I said, y'all, it's a quick little video or whatever, video/segment. It's just me. I really hope you guys are really enjoying my Mental Health Monday. I hope it's going to start changing lives. I really hope so. Like I said, I am not certified to get anyone any labels or anything, but this just come from life experiences and traumatic experiences or whatever that I would love to share with the world. I'm always talking to my family about certain things, and why not just broadcast it to try to help us all in a way. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please keep watching me. I'm seeing growth, even though I started like about 3 weeks ago. It's hard for people to even get up to 70 subscribers. And my views is like going slow, but it's okay because I just started, so I'm not gonna give up. But thank you guys for supporting me. I cannot wait to see you guys again. Like, comment, subscribe, like I said. Mwah.